Do you guys want to say anything to start just about the chance to get this bid and the chance to play in the title right now?
Yeah, I think we're just very grateful for this opportunity that we've been granted, and with the opportunity, I know that we can pursue our best efforts and, I mean, really go for it. So we're just really grateful.
Cool. Anyone else?
Yeah, we're just excited, grateful. You know, nothing was guaranteed with an at-large, so we're happy we got it and hoping to do everything we can now.
Cool.
Yep, they summed it all.
Right.
Are there any advantages to facing a team that you guys haven't seen this season?
Well, if anything, I think it's better to face team you already played, just because you already played them, so the game plan is, you already had a game plan, you could see if it worked or no. But, I mean, they haven't played us either, so I guess it's pretty fair.
It works in both directions.
Yeah. Plus, it's the end of the season, so there's a lot of information that we can see that they have, and base our game plan off of what they're showing us. So, because of that, it makes it a little bit easier. Unless, of course, you're playing them earlier in the season, where it's like there's a limited amount of information, where you're not really going off of anything. You're just sort of playing. So, end of the season, playing any team should be the same.
Fewer wild cards as the season goes on, just the more information you have.
And if you get a chance to play UCLA, how do you think the fact that it's at UCLA's home court is going to factor into it with Micah Ma and the hot season that he's had, especially at home?
Yeah, if we were to play them, that would be in the finals. So we'd need to go through Ohio State or King, then Long Beach, and they'd need to go through BYU. So it's a long way down the road, but I think it will be a home court game for them. But we'll also be, you know, it's UCLA. It's hour half drive, give or take. So I think it'll be packed. I think there'll just be a lot of volleyball fans there, and it'll be cool for them. But you know, I think last time we played a final at UCLA, it's about 50-50 split attendance.
Taking a step back and looking at your guys' team as a whole, why are you better now than you were at the start of the season?
I think we're better now because we've developed who we are, and we've all accepted who we are, and understanding who we are, we just use our strengths. So I think that's why we are better now than earlier in the season.
So what goes into that discovery, if you will?
A lot of preseason talks, a lot of mid-season talks, a lot of experience, whether it be in practice or in games, and just, I'd say just failing and then trying again. That's where you really find it. So.
And also, we started the year with 2 starters that came back, and we had a bunch of new guys. We didn't really know how it was going to be and how the new guys or even the older guys were going to have a role in the team. So at first we didn't even know if we were going to be good or anything, because all those teams that we're facing right now are teams that have been playing together for 2-3 years, and us, it's really the first year we play together. So I think it took time to see what everybody's role was in the team, and I think now we have a pretty good idea and we're just going to execute.
Right, and you guys talked about being a young team and everything. Can you talk about sort of the value and experience of having an opportunity to compete in the tournament, the national team?
Well, it's huge. I mean, we're all grateful, but yeah, because none of us have compete in a national championship yet, right? So I mean, it's a new experience for us and for the years that are going to follow. But I mean, I think we're really grateful, and we'll see how it goes.
Do you think any nerves are going to play a factor in this first game?
I'd say so, yeah. We just got to embrace it.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think everyone will be a little nervous, a little on edge, but we talk about leaning into that a lot and using it to make you a little more aware, read the ball a little better. So hopefully we'll all be a little nervous, give us a little edge.
Yeah, being nervous could be a good thing if you use it.
What do you think the big key as far as the game that you'll be playing? What's going to be the key to your win? Because it seems like when you get ahead early, if you guys take the lead in set one and you don't really give it back, that's every game that I've seen you win that's been crucial, like the BYU sweep here. You got ahead early and you didn't let anything back to them. You think that playing like that kind of volleyball is going to be important going into this?
I mean, that's always helpful when you have a lead at the start, but I think it's just going to be about grinding out points. I think it's obviously easy to win when you have a lead. It's easier to get rolling, but it'll be how well we do, when we're down 2 points, down 3 points, when it feels like we just can't score any points. I think it'll just be grinding in those moments.
And also, us as a team, we're from the beginning of the year, we prepared to play deuce games, like at the end, like tight games.
Mm-hmm.
So we're ready for that, and we're not trying to sweep anyone or to win fast. We're just gonna, if our game plan takes 2 sets to settle on, like it'll take 5 sets to win. But we're ready to compete as hard as we can. I think that's gonna be the major difference.
So what are some of the keys in those close games or for when you're playing from behind?
Well, one of the big things we talk about is like we don't play with momentum, and I mean for me at first it was hard to believe because everybody thinks in like all the sports there's a momentum. If you're doing good, you're gonna continue doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you agree with the fact that you don't play with momentum and you just play point to point, then you just need to win 1 point. Then you'll see what happens next,
Okay.
and just put all the focus on that 1 point. Just makes you win those close games, I think. Instead of trying to say, oh, we need 3 now, and oh, we need 2, we need,
Yeah. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
So how do you combat the other team when you feel like they might have that momentum? For instance, like you're playing at Poly Pavilion, right? If you were to face UCLA, a home crowd, how do you separate that from your game?
I mean, so we don't play with momentum, but other teams might think they are, and it does happen sometimes that teams go on a run. And then, I mean, there's a couple of things you can do. Either the coach can take a timeout, or you could try to like slow down the game, or like there's plenty of little things you could do to try to stop that momentum, or like focus, like the passers are gonna focus on the pass and try to, like, it's hard to explain, but
Compartmentalize the game a little bit, try to not focus on, wow, these guys just scored 4 straight points on us, we're passing poorly. Just if you're a passer, first thing you focus on is passing the ball, and then the setter, all he needs to do is focus on setting the ball. The attacker is just focusing on hitting the ball, not thinking about the game as a whole, but just your job in a single point. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the game once you're in the game to play. Let's say I'm passing, I'm already thinking of what am I gonna hit or what I'm gonna do. And sometimes when you see that there's that momentum happening, you need to take a step back and just say, okay, I'm gonna focus on my pass. He's gonna focus on the set. He's gonna attack, and I think that helps getting out of those momentum.
So in terms of that mindset, I'm guessing it's the same, game to game as well as
Yeah.
point to point. So looking back from the Big West tournament, what's your biggest takeaway from that semifinal loss?
I think the biggest takeaway from that is leaving it in the past and recognizing it for what it is. Like, we lost, but then embracing the fact that we're getting another opportunity to compete and sort of using that game as fire. Like, we might, after that loss, we might have been a little down on ourselves, but now we've just been sort of revitalized, and I think that's going to help fuel our play in the next matches. So.
How do you? One quick one. You 3 all got named to first team for the Big West this year, correct? Does that influence anything going into the play? I wouldn't think that it would, but if anything, does it prove to you guys how successful you are as a unit, that so many of you guys were named first team in the most competitive division of volleyball?
Well, I think we're as good as our team makes us. So when someone gets an award, it's always his team helped him get this award, you know. So yeah, obviously if some of us got awards, like our team helped us, like everybody, every single body in the team helped to do that. Because we're playing a team sport, and you can't just be one really good guy that does it all.
Can't get a lot of kills unless someone's setting you the ball.
And
You need a good setter in order for you to get a lot of kills. So yeah.
It's true.
You three are not local, and there's a big men's volleyball community. Are you? Oh, like, wait a second.
Far from it.
Do you guys have family coming out to the tournament?
Yeah, all my family, my mom, dad, and sister are coming out for the tournament, so that'll be fun to see them. Because I mean, I've seen them twice this year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, my mom and dad are coming out as well.
Yeah, my friends are my family, so my friends will be there.